Grant, Brandon Hanlin in, new striker coming into the club. Your thoughts on getting this deal sorted?
Yeah, really pleased. Brandon's a player that I've known about for many years again. Someone who had annoyed me when I played against him. Powerful, quick, can run in behind, causes problems for centre halves, and we're hoping he can come here and do that. He's a lovely kid. Just wants to do well, loves football, wants to score as many goals as he can, and I think that's something we can certainly help him with, as we've done with previous players that we've brought to the football club who haven't been, should I say, prolific, but what Brandon brings is his energy, his pressing, his aggression. You know, our front three, they have to run, they have to work, they start every sort of line of defence for us in terms of what they do. So Brandon brings that first and foremost. Now it's up to us to get him into goal scoring positions, because, you know, we create chances. This team will create chances for Brandon, and we want to get him in between the posts as much as we can. People
will no doubt look and draw comparisons with the impact that Rob Street made in coming in. Sounds like a similar sort of player in terms of that power and pace and the trouble that it can cause.
Yeah, he's certainly that. He is very similar to Rob in terms of his attributes. Probably the only difference is Brandon more experience at this level than Rob. Rob obviously hasn't had the experience in League One yet. I'm sure he'll get it at Lincoln next year. But you know, our remit really is to get Brandon in the position where he's going to score goals, because he's got good technique. He creates a lot of his own chances, which is something is nice for a centre forward. But we want to try and create him chances, and the way players we have in this team, the 8s, the 10s, the full-backs, they will create chances for him.
Yeah, people no doubt look at his record and go, as you say, not so prolific, but as you've touched on yourself, you've drawn goals out of players that have perhaps not had that elsewhere.
Yeah, I love that challenge, and Brandon's receptive to learning. You can tell that in the meetings that I've had with him. He wants to do well. You know, again, the references that are coming back on Brandon is first and foremost, he's a tremendous person. His attitude is excellent. He's spot on in terms of everything he does, off the pitch, on the pitch. He works so hard for the team. And I guess, look, our fans want that. Our fans want someone that's going to run and going to work. Yes, we want him to score goals. That's our job. That's Brandon's job. But we will get him into positions to do that.
You touched on it as well, that experience of League One level, you know, 2 players coming in 2 days that have got that in spades. That will be important for helping the rest of the group along as they adapt to the step up.
Yeah, well, and it's interesting, having a chat with one of the staff members this morning. I do think the group that we have anyway will adapt to the level very quickly. But what is nice is bringing a wee bit of experience around that. People who've been there and done it and know the level, know what it takes to be, you know, successful at that level. You know, Brandon's had a really good 4 years at Wycombe. Yes, in between that he had a bad injury. But there was also in between that, before his injury, there was talk of a big move to Wrexham, which didn't surprise me. But we're, you know, Dave here, the medical team, they're more than comfortable where Brandon's at. We have got, in my opinion, one of the best head of medicals in the Football League. So when he gives me the green light that Brandon's good, he's good. And now it's our job as a coach and staff to put him into a place where he is, you know, thriving every week. He's got good competition with Billy and Joe. They're all different, obviously, in different types of number 9, so we're going to need that next season.
That's Andy as well, isn't it? You're bringing in somebody else, and it lays, any time anybody new walks through the door, it lays down a marker to everybody that's already here. Look, you're going to have some really strong competition.
Yes, and like I say, all through the group we're working very hard to keep the group strong. I mentioned when I spoke to you yesterday, you know, centre back obviously was a priority for us. We're still working very hard on that. We're close. Hopefully we've had an offer accepted for a centre back from a Premier League club, so we're close on that. And obviously we possibly need another 1 or 2 in there. Again, we're working hard on that. Not as close as this one, but we're getting there. And again, we'll just keep adding to the group. We'd love another wide forward in. We're very close. I had a good conversation with the club the other day on him. So yeah, we just work. We keep working. We keep trying to make the squad as strong as possible. Goalkeeper, obviously another priority for us. So I know that's near enough there. So I'm really pleased.
I would say in terms of where you are, a couple of weeks out from that return for pre-season, you're quite comfortable where you're at the minute.
I'm delighted, honestly. It's been tough. It's been tough. I'm looking forward to a break next week. I'm going away for a few days, so I sent a message into the staff group yesterday to say, look, I'm away next week, so you're taking the reins. But I'm really pleased if I can finish early part of next week with what we need to do, maybe one or two that just to tidy it up towards as pre-season comes, and I'll be delighted. But I said to you from the first conversation that I had with you that I owe it to this football club, I owe it to these fans to make sure we put a team in the pitch that they can be proud of next year. I think we're very close to doing that. The boys are in a great place. I've spoke to a few of them. They're itching to get back. Things are working. Everything's improving. Training ground, the pitches, the stadium, everywhere. So we're in a good place.